Do you feel the vibes?
Hi there everyone, Dragon Slayer here, and today we'll be making another part of our tank game. So, in the previous episode, we encountered a bug where whenever we placed our brick, it would be sometimes go bad. Like it would be put in a bad position. So, I was in the middle of doing this where what this does is saying that if touching the color on the tank or the boundary box or the hull or the color of that or any of these, then try to redo like the positioning. So I just had to add a few more into here. For example, I also have to add the blue hull and the other color variant for the blue, just the blue hull I think would do. Anyways, we go into operators and we put an OR block to add anything onto this. And we put this in here. And we go into touching. And we'd put blue tank hull. And then we put this in here. Okay, so that's good and done. So right now we have a decent game. It works and everything, right? But the one problem is there's no starting screen and there's no end screen. So what happens in the beginning is that it just immediately starts, and so the player could be unprepared. So instead, what we can do is, pretend I was just someone playing the game and I just click the green flag. It immediately just puts me in a game. I'd be lucky if there's a wall, but if there isn't a wall, this enemy tank would immediately start coming for me. Right? So, what I'd like to do to fix that is add a starting screen and a game over screen. So, the first thing we have to do is let's do the game over screen. So, I'll create a new sprite and paint it, and it's going to be a gradient of an orange. So, if we go like there, okay, and then we do that, and then if we fill and make it a gradient. So this to a nice white. So let me just restart the browser because it's not responding like the tools. So let's just do that. Let's go back here, go back into costumes. That's pretty good. So then that's our sprite there. And I would like to put on it a text box saying press green flag to try again. Make that black so you can see it and move it like here. Flag, press green flag to try again. And then we'd also want to put another text box saying game over and make this bolded if that's possible. Control B. Okay, there is no bolding. So let's just make it bigger. And then I'd like to make another costume. It should be a duplicate of this. So do that. But it's just that the game over part will be gone. So if we select this and move it and then delete it and then fill and then do this and take that. So I take this color with that, and then that we take this, basically white. No. So this is this, then we switch here, that goes white, and then let's just fill it. Oh, okay, it's not that good. Very well, then we will delete the whole thing. And just get that gradient back and press green flag to try again. So we would take the press green flag and put it in there. So press, I guess we don't need a second costume. What I was planning to do is make it like bop a little bit, but it's not required. We can just code that, can't we? So we go into events and say when green flag clicked, go into control, say forever, if, go into operators, put or equal to less than, put variable and put this as blue tank HP. Put both of these as 0. Put looks show and in the beginning hide. And on top of that, in the forever, go into looks and go to front layer. And then I would say change size by 10, change size by -10, and put a weight in the middle. So wait 0.5 seconds. And when I click the green flag and put a slider there, and we make this 0, you can see that it's not super smooth. So you can put a make the size differentiate, so we can maybe put a repeat in there. So we put a repeat, change size by 5, no, not 5, maybe 2. Repeat, 10 times. That's actually a bit too much, so maybe 5. And then wait half a second. And then just copy that part, put it in here. Instead of that, put -2. And throw that out. So, as you can see, it's like going in and out. But to completely, fix it, what we have to do is put, maybe, what is it? Yeah, put it to 100%. So then in the beginning, it goes to its normal. And then when we do this, and that, so and it will show me what's happening in the background. So the blue tank explodes, but what about the turret? So for the turret, what I was planning to do is just make it hide. So we go back into events and do when green flagged, clicked forever. If put in operators, put in or equal to or less than, get your variable, blue tank HP, put those to 0. So now, and then you have to also put a show in the beginning, and a hide in the end. So now if we just put this in, and just drag that code into the blue bullet too. So we go in there and click. So now, if you see, it's good. And if we go back and click the green flag again, we go back to normal. So now we have a fully working game over screen. Let me just put that back to large readout, and let's play a game of it. So as you can see, right now our blue bullet doesn't do damage, I suspect, or for now, let me just open the variable, because in the end I'll be planning to make like a HP bar to show the enemy's health. So if we just go into variables and put red tank HP, just to see what it is. So we go, and there, it's the health. We right now have more health in it. Right now it cannot see us, so it's not going to attack us, or like it won't go after us. As soon as it sees us, it's going to try, at least. I guess I could just spam it right now. Oh well, I guess I cannot. I'm so dead. Just a little bit laggy, but it's not unplayable. The red tank is stuck on this, so what's gonna happen is that we have to put the same code in, as it doesn't just go the opposite way, it also does it that. And as you can see, if the thing goes to 0, this thing explodes, and yeah. So there's a few things we have to do before we go into the start button. Go into the red hull, and for the movement speed thing, if touching that, just do -1 with it. So -1, so that it goes like behind, so that it doesn't, like, if it goes into one, it's not that bad. So let's just try that. I want to see it go through to the wall. If touching blue boundary box. Okay, so forget what we just did there. Just put that in for that. But then duplicate this. Throw this else part out. And just take the brick wall and throw this. And if you say if touching brick wall with this, then move back an extra step. So now if we do it, and let's go down in here. Right now it cannot see us, but if I made the line of sight work, it cannot go into it. So there. That's all well and good. And I also noticed that medkits are spawning inside of walls. So that's also a simple fix. So when green flag clicked, forever, and put another control when I start as clone, forever, if touching wall, and then we go into sensing and say if touching wall, not blue bullet damage. Set state. So where is state? Okay, so let's try that again. Yes, it's beginning. You don't have to see this, but that just means that the game will know that it's the beginning, so they shouldn't do anything there. And then you should put a show here. And then say forever. Put a show here. Sorry, guys. Put a show here. And then say forever if else. And go into sensing and say if state equals. So you have to go into operators, get an equal sign. If state, oh here, put state equals, get beginning, then show else side. So else go here and put it else side. So now, when green flag clicked, it's state equals beginning. So I don't want to hide these two figures. Instead, I'll just tell this to go to the front. Go to front. Where is that? It's in looks. So go to front layer, and you put it right there. So now those disappear. So we have this, and this comes in the beginning, and we just have to go here. And for now, I'll put this, I'll take out that part so I can just move this here. And if I click the green flag now, you can see how they're working. So if this screen is on, then these would be still running. So to stop that, there's two things we have to do. First, we have to keep the blue tank at 100 at all times while it's like the state equals beginning. Or we can just stop the bullets from getting made. So I think it's easier to say to stop bullets being made. So we go into the create clone block, which should be here. Forever if reload equals yes, and state equals play, I guess you could call it. So you put an and state not equal. Put this, say and state. You can put a not in, put an equals thing here, and put this in as beginning, and put state in there. So all this says is if reload equals yes and state does not equal beginning, then shoot. So if the green flag is clicked, state equals beginning, so it's not shooting. And we should also put that into the red hull. So where is this movement thing? Forever if touching or then move negative, and then we put in a movement speed here. So this forever point towards blue tank hull thing, we can just put an if block into there. So say if, put that there, go into operators, put not equal, and then you have to put in state equal beginning. So state beginning, and we put state in there. And then I guess we'd also have to put this if thing into there. So let's just duplicate this, put that there. So it doesn't even go back in the beginning. It just has to stay there, just in case like it sees a wall. So now, basically nothing happens when it's beginning. And then as soon as we click start, everything starts. So we also have to put this here. We have to put an and, just so that everything is good. So go and put an and somewhere. Where's operators? You could and. Bring that over here. Not equal to. Bring, and we put in state, and we click green flag. If I try to fire, nothing will happen, but I didn't connect it, so why would it fire? Okay, so there. Now if we try again, it will not fire because state equals beginning. So this is all well, right? So this came off. So now if we do this, everything's gone. State would disappear. I'm just keeping that in for now. Red tank HP would be a different position. So these right here would actually be disappeared, so we don't have to worry about them. We just have to worry about the HP. What we can do there is, if state equals beginning, then show, and in variables there's something called as hide. So you just put a hide in, and we say hide blue tank HP. Else show blue tank HP. Where is it? Blue tank HP. Okay, so it's gone, and then as soon as state would change, that would happen. So the final thing we have to make is a start button, and all we have to do for that is text, go convert to bitmap, put that and say start. We will make it more refined in the next episode, but for today I'm running out of time, so yeah. We go start, get this, and we pull it right there. So, and then we put this right here, and we say encode events when green flag clicked, go to this thing, and then put this code into the start button. So now if I did this, right? Why is this showing? Why is this going forward? Why are there two? Okay, so if we did this, for some reason, this is going in front. So if instead of an if, we put an else. If else, put another OR block in. Put this in here. Drag that out. Not equal beginning state then hide else show. So that when green flag clicked, so state equals beginning, so it should go away now. Why isn't it disappearing? Is it not going to front? Forever to go front layer. Okay, there. So that should do that, and then start, say forever, go to front layer. Now if I do this, and then if I click on start, events when green flag clicked, forever, if motion, I think it is. No, it's actually sensing. So if touching mouse pointer and mouse down. So you go into operators, you get an and, set state to play. State to play. And then when we click green flag and we go there, it goes. So I'm just going to go quickly into costumes and make like a square for it, that, and put start in there. Make it black. Drag it in. No, try again. And if we click on it, game starts. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.